just at Rishi Sunak's campaign launch. You can see the lectern behind me, ready for Rishi.
From the beginning, I wanted this campaign to be more than just a case for my leadership. I also wanted it to be a moment where the party and the country came together.
Rishi Sunak has given a speech that establishes him as the clear front runner.
We need to have a grown-up conversation about where we are, how we got here, and what we intend to do about it.
What Mr Sunak did there really was project himself as the decent candidate, somebody who isn't going to be rushing into tax-cutting measures, that is a Conservative, that isn't going to start suddenly satisfying the sort of Thatcherite wing of the party in a heartbeat, talking about other rivals, making fairy tale promises that they can't keep on the economy.
Do you have a credible plan to protect our economy and get it growing? My message to the party and the country is simple. I have a plan to steer our economy through these headwinds.
The audience was fired up and packed with MPs, and they were sensibly crowbarred into a relatively small room, so it looked like there was an awful lot of them. Media access and questions were sensibly controlled.
He's talked about standing on an open candidacy, but there weren't very many press questions allowed. He spoke to the BBC, the ITV and Sky, and only gave one press question to the newspapers, to The Sun. That created some groans. It was a bit like Jeremy Corbyn refusing to take questions from the press. Not a good look to start off with. I think if he does want to be as open and as transparent and indeed as accessible to the public as he says, then he probably should be answering more questions when it comes to being on that lectern.
Thank you. You're standing to be the next Prime Minister. You can take a couple of questions from some journalists. Mr Sunak.
Interestingly as well, he also talked about some of the attacks on him personally and said he wanted to fight a clean fight, that he didn't want too much blue on blue action, that everybody are colleagues and friends at the end of the day.
Because I look across the field of candidates and I see colleagues and friends. I see people I admire and respect, people with exceptional qualities. I want to say to all of them, we are still part of the same Conservative family.
In terms of style, in terms of class, and also a little bit in terms of substance, Rishi Sunak looks like the Blair 3.0. When it comes to detail, he says that on tax, it's a matter of not if, but when he will cut it. As to everything else, well, he doesn't have to be too specific, because the message of this launch was, I'm the front runner. Catch me if you can.